But I think all of us as sons have a connection to creation, and that includes people and situations. And that connection is something that we can increase and grow. And I've had experiences that have strengthened that connection. And I've had, spaghettification experiences where I've engaged with creation on a sort of a particle basis or a quantum basis of being entangled with it. I didn't understand it when I had it originally, probably back in 2010 or 11. I had some experiences where just felt, whoa, creation. And all of a sudden I felt the weight of the need for restoration for the whole of creation. And I've had a number of experiences sort of during the last 10 years, which have enhanced that and caused me to feel and engage in a way. And then God sort of started to share with me the pleasure he has in creation. Even in its state right now, there is still beauty in it. There's still the nature of it that is still beautiful. It's still wonderful. And, and I enjoy God's enjoyment. And sometimes we just hang out, I might just be outside and I might be doing something and I just feel the Father's smile and I feel the Father's pleasure. And as I'm engaging with creation, I feel and sense that heart. And that might be on a very small thing. It might just be a little thing. But every day I go out and feed the birds, and and I've got a whole array of different foods I put out for them, different seeds, different stuff, and I go out and I feed them, and then usually we sit and look through the window and look at the birds eating and feeding and just think. And I feel the Father's desire upon that. And it might be something really simple, and it doesn't seem to have any real, cosmic consequences, but actually for the Father, there's pleasure in me engaging, even at that smallest level. And I feel that there, will be an expansion of our connection to creation itself. And sometimes that can seem very disconnected from what's going on the ground, and ultimately, I think my belief for the restoration of all things, and which I strongly, passionately believe in, means that I don't necessarily feel as motivated as someone like Justin to try and do something legislatively to change something in the here and now. Because I feel maybe this is part of the process we're all in, rather than, well, I need to change this. I feel, well, maybe this needs to run its course, because in running its course, people will come to a realization that this isn't it, or this isn't going to work, or this is pretty much useless. So I don't often get inspired to be involved politically or in other ways to change things, because I feel maybe the shaking of the systems will bring people to a realization that there are no political answers, or there are no humanistic answers. There's just the kingdom of God, which is going to be the answer. So I tend to sort of be a little bit more philosophical about things, I guess, in a broader sense. But that's me. I'm not saying that what Justin does or what other people do is wrong. It's absolutely what their response is. And their response will be how their hearts respond to God's heart for that situation. But we're all different. And I think that's the key, to be comfortable being ourselves, in a way. And so I might do something creational in a dimensional way. And I feel that probably for myself, I feel more moved and passionate about dimensional realities and restoration than sometimes I do about what's going on Earth. Now, maybe that's just the way I'm wired, or maybe, maybe I should feel more compassionate about what's going on Earth. I'm certainly motivated to drop love bombs and want to see peace on Earth and administrating that from the earth shield and different things like that, which I definitely do, and I'm constantly doing, but I'm not don't feel almost legislatively or governmentally looking, well, we need to change this situation, or this has got to change. This, just the way I see things and feel things differently from other people. But there's not a right or wrong, it's just being. And if I'm being me, then I rejoice in other people being them, because I don't have to be them, which is great. It's so good to be comfortable in your own skin and not feel that you have to prove anything to anybody else. And when people start talking about it and they're passionate about it, yeah, I can rejoice in that. But I can feel completely not compassionate or not, moved by it, because I'm not. And I don't have to try and generate it. I can just be celebrating that other people are, in that area, moved, and God is at work through them in particular areas, whereas he may be at work in me in different ways. And some people have to prepare for others so that others can do things. And a lot of what I feel my role is in things is to do the in heaven stuff to prepare for things to happen on earth. Not necessarily doing the on earth things until God moves you. And it's different on an individual basis, person by person, because of course, if God moves me to minister to someone or help or see something in someone and look to help, then obviously I would. But some people are quite focused in what they're seeing in behind it, and some people seem to be bigger picture people, and I feel I'm probably a bigger picture person. I'm seeing more of a cosmic and dynamic, in a way, that is preparing for the restoration of things on earth and beyond. If you enjoy these videos, would you please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe? It really does help. Thank you very much.